sipping in the swirl suite.
This is Tanisha, Girl Meets Glass, and I'm sipping in the swirl suite.
I'm Glennis, and you are sipping in
Welcome
the swirl
to the Swirl Suite, everybody.
And
yeah, so it's three of us today, and we are tipsy, and we're ready for Tipsy Talk. I'm Sarita. You can follow me at Vibe Me Up on all social media. You can also follow Swirl Suite on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow the Swirl Suite episodes wherever you find your podcasts. Who do I have today? Tanisha and Melissa. My God. Oh my God.
There's a little delay on my end, so I ain't see that finger coming out, and I'm like, what is she?
And see, you talking about me and static,
Oh my
static.
God.
Right.
Oh my God.
Like fading to black. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tanisha. And if you don't know where to find me by now, like, come on. Like, we have done like 155 shows. Like, you gotta get it together.
We haven't, but that's okay. It's been a lot. So, but go ahead.
I mean, somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
right.
semantics, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm Girl Meets Glass, and you can find me Girl Meets Glass everywhere, where I talk about drinking, eating, living life in Paris, because that's where I live.
Yay.
So, at Girl Meets Glass.
Yeah.
Google me.
Melissa, what up?
Hey y'all, I'm Melissa. You can find me, let's see, on Instagram at The Liquor Lady and on Twitter at Liquor_Lady. So you probably guessed by now, I am the Liquor Lady. All things spirits, cocktails, bars. If it's liquid, I probably love it. And so, yeah, that's me.
Yay.
Welcome.
Yes. So guys, tell me about your weekends. What y'all been doing? It's Sunday.
Nothing exciting for me.
No, nothing exciting. I just spent the day outside because the weather was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The sun was out. It was not raining.
Yeah.
Sky was blue. Clouds just big and fluffy. So I started the morning out by the river and just sat out there for a while. Also, since it's August, it is like super quiet here. So, I mean, while shops are closed and that's annoying, but like the Parisians are gone. So I love it. Like the streets smell better and like it's just fresher in the air. Like
she's like, not like I'm gonna hate on Paris or anything.
Like it's just great. So I sat by the river because they do this thing called Paris Plage. This year, actually, they usually do it like full on beach, and they have sand and beach chairs and umbrellas. Well, the sand provider put in a bid to the states to help build the wall. And Paris was like, nope, we don't get down with that. You're not giving us no sand. So it's no sand in the chairs. So we just in the chairs in the grass. But listen,
in the grass.
The people don't care. It was people still out there in swimsuits and laid all out like, I'm going to get this tan. And this is happening.
In the grass.
Yeah. In the grass. So yeah, you go out there with your drink, your music, your book, your friends, a baguette and some cheese, and you just sit and kind of chill. It's a couple of boats that did like pop-up restaurants and bars out there.
Oh wow.
You could do that. But yeah, it was nice. I have a little bit of the river on my Insta story, but you know, there's that. It was fun. Oh, and then Friday, since we talked about the weekend, I did this open air cinema. So outside in this park, they did a movie. So I went there with one of my girlfriends, and we sat out there with snacks, which includes a bottle of wine. So we sat out there and watched a movie. It was two short movies and then an actual regular movie in French, but with English subtitles.
Okay.
We actually liked the movie shorts better than the full length movie. Okay. But yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
All right.
Wow.
So,
Melissa,
okay, living vicariously, Girl Meets Glass.
No, so Melissa, I saw your date night on Twitter, so I'm gonna need to know about that because.
But that wasn't today. That was so like Friday. But that's okay.
Right, Friday is fine. That's the weekend girl.
Friday counts as the weekend girl.
Okay.
And you had some really nice cocktails, so tell us about it.
We did. So we went. I hate to say it, we went back. My husband and I never go back anywhere, but we went back to 11 months. It's this pop-up restaurant bar concept. So they are actually on their second concept. They've been open since May on this Best Friends Forever. And it's going away on August 20, I believe it's August 29th, August 27th. So then they're getting ready to reskin. But so I had one unmemorable cocktail the first go round. It was some sort of punch. Okay. But the second one, what is it? Oh gosh, I got to look up the name, but it's tequila and it's got smoked salt rim and it.
Wow.
It's already winning.
Delicious.
Tequila and smoked salt.
I was like, I'm good. And like a jalapeno simple syrup. And I was like, I'm there. Once we left there, we went to get some food. We went to this Vietnamese French fusion cuisine place. That's different. Yeah. Like 2 doors down. Okay. It's all organic. So I had like a Buddha bowl with zucchini noodles and bell peppers and pineapple. And it was delish. My husband
had to the pineapples.
Blackberries, pineapples mixed with zucchini.
Tanisha don't do fruit in savory food.
Are you kidding?
I don't do fruit in my food.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me be real with you though, because I was a little suspect on the fruit too, because I was like, there's fruit. I don't normally put fruit on my salads, but it was to die for. And I think it was like a little bit of vinaigrette.
I would have died first. I like sweet savory too, but not like fruit in my food.
Well, there was tofu in it too, so I don't know how you feel about your tofu.
Okay.
But
that's not real good.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to be. I'm hybrid between vegetarian and vegan right now.
Okay.
Except where alcohol is concerned.
Oh my God, I don't even know who you are.
So I'm trying to make it work with the booze. Okay.
All right.
So
who are we talking to?
Exactly. The liquor lady, but she's about to be like the vegetarian liquor lady or something. So we're trying to make it work.
Lady. Hyphen vegan.
Why do you think I got this little cup right here?
That
I'm like
a little ass cup.
I couldn't make a cocktail. I was like, well,
you
I
ain't
think
even got no ice in there. Is it even cold?
Right? Is it room for ice?
No, there's no room for ice. But the let's see, the cherry Coke Zero was on ice, so that was good. But hello, Jack. Right. So Jack and I go way back. So that was Friday. And then, we had a couple more cocktails when we got home, but that was the big thing. And then today it was nothing fun. I'm concerned someone is going to play Hack My Home because we're putting up all the, the smart stuff in the house. So I won't bore you. So, all right, Sarita, your weekend, what you been?
Let's see. Friday was a chill Friday. I went to Pursuit and I had a flight. And,
I saw this.
Yeah,
I saw your post.
Yeah, I just had a basic flight from Pursuit. Now, if you haven't been to Pursuit and you're from DC, they their wines, they sort of drift out their wines when they run out of it. So every week they'll have different wines. So their flights always change. So that was nice. I was solo. I just chilled there. Had a flight and came on back home. That wasn't too.
So you were literally flying solo.
I was literally flying solo. It was fun. So yesterday, me and Alan went to a Bolivian tasting at Gran Cata. Yes. So I had never had Bolivian wine before, and also they had a Bolivian spirit called Singani.
It's delicious.
Singani is so good. Singani is so good. First of all, let me explain. I was so excited about Singani because it was a Bolivian Independence Day. So, and that's how they celebrated. So they had a distributor there.
With liquor? Of course, sounds like American.
Of course, their distributors are Bolivian American, and they started their own distribution company. And yes, so they distribute Singani and wine, Bolivian wine specifically. So I was like, well, I need to taste this spirit first because it is brandy made from Muscat grapes out of Bolivia. Are you fucking kidding me?
And DC is one of the few places you can get it. Like seriously, DC is one of the few places you can get it.
Listen. And it was so good. It's so good. I'm just sipping it out of a shot glass. It's so good. And the nose on it kind of smells like tequila, but then when you drink it, it's like, oh, this is not tequila at all. It's just something better. It's so good. It's really good. And it all, like, you can drink. This was $38. This is $38.
Oh.
This is $38. You can, but the thing is, it's in that weird price range where you don't feel bad for mixing it with other stuff. So they had the Singani and they had ginger ale and just added lime, and it was perfect. Also, this company Ruggiero, they make a bottled old fashioned out of this brandy, and it was good. All they did was they had a little cup like just as big as yours, Melissa. They added an ice cube, and that was it.
Boom.
And that was it. And so it was so good. And we actually could have left after that because the spirit was so good. But we actually tasted the wines, and I probably had the best Torontes I've ever had. And it was from Bolivia.
Wow. Now, where were you exactly when you were doing all this tasting?
So this is in Shaw. This is in the Shaw area in D.C. on 7th Street. And the shop is called Grand Cata. Grand Cata. Check my Instagram, and I just did a post actually on Singani, but Grand Cata, and it's a Latin wine shop. All of their wines and spirits and beers come from South America, and it's so good, so good.
That is going to be my first stop back in the DC
But
area.
Let me know. Yeah, let me. Tisha, she knows the. Wait, you know Julio, right?
Yeah.
He's
the owner, the manager. What is he?
I don't know if he's like owner, manager. I don't know. He's somebody big. He's always there though. So, but yeah, it's either Julio or Pedro. There. That's so
okay. And it's all Latin.
Like
it's all one of them.
Quintessential Spanish names, but Julio or Pedro can help you.
Right. Julio gonna be the one with a couple buttons unbuttoned on the top of his shirt.
Julio it is. Julio it is.
They both have beards. I bet. Listen, I don't know. Yeah.
And is there any food there? Do they serve food or is it just booze?
Well, so they serve like little. It's not a restaurant. It's just like a store.
Okay.
They do serve snacks though. So they have the big. I don't know what you call those. Like the big popcorn kernels that you can eat. What do you call those things?
Oh, big popcorn kernels you can eat.
Right. I'm like,
big popcorn kernels. Kettle corn?
Gosh, no, but it's just a kernel though. What do you call those things?
It's just a kernel.
It's weird. Anyway.
The corn nut thingy.
Yeah, they're like corn nuts, but they're huge. They're so much bigger than the American ones, and they got like little sweet snacks and yeah. But they got little snacks, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a place you can about to get full or anything. But yeah, so we did that, and that was a highlight of the weekend.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Bolivian tasting, Bolivian wine, good stuff. Yeah.
Singani.
Look at everybody with your fun weekend. I love it.
Oh, right.
Listen. So, we're gonna get into these questions real quick. Say because they off the chain. But what is everybody's relationship status?
What do you mean, everybody? I'm the only one y'all got a question for.
So
can't make the
Melissa.
I'm the only one with my original last name.
I've got my original last name. I just happen to be married.
This is true. This is true.
Whatever.
So you got two married folks and single gal. Completely single.
So y'all answers gonna be dumb. Mine are gonna be great.
Okay, so wait. So no attachments, no semi-attachments, no hang-ups, no nothing. Completely single is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Okay. Right.
You're not listening? No, I'm just playing. No,
I was just asking.
Me against the world.
Alright. Okay. All right. So my first question is, hold on.
Let me get. Since this is Tipsy Talk, are we doing one shot before we talk?
It's up to y'all.
Oh, I might need another glass for that.
I think you might need another
glass. There's enough
for that.
shot, right? I'll shoot this and then pour myself some more.
Yeah, me too.
Or I have I can shot a piece go.
Y'all ready? All right, 1, 2, 3. Salud.
Salud.
All right. All right.
Been a long time.
All right. You shouldn't have left us. All right.
Hey, sorry, now I got to pour some more in my glass.
Oh, my God. Okay.
How was that Singani shot? I want to know that.
Oh, girl. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something really quick. I don't take shots.
Okay.
I am horrible. I am the horrible. But this is so good. This is really
okay,
good.
so it's shootable. Okay.
It is shootable. It is shootable.
Wait, so let's dive into this just for a moment. So you don't take shots. You don't take shots of certain liquor, or like you appreciate the flavor profile of liquor so much due to your profession that you don't feel like
it's too bougie to take a shot? Is that what you're getting at?
Wait, say it again?
You too bougie to take a shot?
Fuck no. No, that's not it. That's not it at all.
Agreed.
No, that's me getting sick off of shots. Ooh. And just being uncomfortable with them after that point. Just, yeah.
Well, that's probably one, you said shots.
Plural.
So the plurality of it is where the problem comes in.
So you're telling me that not like regular people, like if you're at a bar and it's one of y'all's birthday, let's take a shot. That's how it is? Everybody take a shot and not shots. That's how it is.
If it's my birthday, I'ma take shots.
Exactly.
With S.
Exactly.
But it ain't your birthday, so you ain't gotta take them all.
Mm-hmm.
You just buy them and pass them. That's what I do.
Listen,
peer
pressure
and also,
does not end.
Since I am a woman of a certain age and a certain, and also because I know certain things about liquor, like I'm taking shots of better things.
Right. Well, the thing is,
shot I took when I was 25 is not the shot I'm taking now.
The thing is, you don't know what people are ordering the shot of. So
I'm not taking
if I go out, if I'm with somebody and they say let's take shots, it's up to that person who's ordering the shots to pick the liquor.
So you need better friends.
No,
you need better friends.
I'm not having no shot. No, I'm good. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's going to do to me. I'm good. I'm good with my drink.
I will only
take
one random
shots.
Unnamed shot. You get one random unnamed shot out of me. And if it's terrible, then we can't do this.
What kind of shots y'all be drinking? Good Lord. Do y'all drink those mixed things, like those buttery nipple kind of whatever that stuff is? Or are you talking about a straight up tequila shot?
If I feel like throwing up, then yes, I will definitely take a buttery nipple shot because that's what's going to happen next. But no, I went on a bar crawl once just because I wanted to see what bars were in my neighborhood. And at every bar, you got a free shot.
Oh, okay.
These things were like, first of all, anytime you do a cherry flavored liquor liqueur, they all taste like medicine to me.
Ooh.
They do. Licorice.
Yeah,
they cannot, I don't know what it is with the cherry flavor, but it cannot be repeated in liquor form. So those shots were terrible. Yet I have been to cocktail bars that are well known and their bartenders are highly regarded and have won awards and been nominated for high awards, and they have given me shots that are delicious, and I didn't realize I was drinking liquor until I started heading to the metro to get home, and I was like, oh wait, well, this not going to end right. Let's get an Uber to make sure I make it to the...
Okay. So y'all drink different kinds of shots than I do.
Okay.
So I am a tequila, salt, and lime kind of girl.
And that's it.
Oh my God. That is the last thing I'm going to take a shot of.
What?
Anytime I wake up the next morning and I don't remember what happened or what's going on, but yet I'm laying on the bathroom floor, tequila was the result. Tequila is always the point and when the night takes a turn for the worse.
See, this is why I was all over this Latin place with the beers and the wines and everything, because I mean tequila is my jam. Mezcal is fantastic. Salt and lime, tequila. Or a sangrita, or shoot it with a sangrita afterwards. Delicious. Sorry, I'm a tequila girl. Now I'm not a Jose Cuervo bottom shelf, but you hit an 1800.
Okay.
And I'm good. Something like that.
All right.
Okay, so sorry, we derailed your question.
No, that's a good.
And we're back.
Yes, there we're back. Okay, so this question everybody can answer, and Melissa, you can answer that, and I can answer this too.
Nope, I'm gonna step out and get me some more cherry Coke Zero.
Oh my God. Okay, when you were dating, what were your
Y'all don't remember that.
Shut the fuck up. We remember that. It was not that long ago. We have not been married that long.
I haven't been married that long.
What were
People still call me a newlywed.
what were your non-negotiables? Tanisha, you go first. What are your non-negotiables? Like, do you not do smokers? Do they have to work out? Like, what are your non-negotiables?
No, what's funny is smoking used to be kind of a, it wasn't ever a non-negotiable. It was like, okay, I would prefer you not smoke. Mm-hmm. But then now that I live here, okay, I have eliminated 90% of the dating pool. Oh, okay. Because everybody smokes. So I had to take that out of the equation. Mm-hmm. Non-negotiable, you gotta have a job.
Oh, yeah.
You also have to have some kind of goal, some kind of vision. Like, and because you and I say
why you laughing?
She started at a goal and a job.
And I start this way because, and this isn't just me making stuff off the top of my head. Like, I have tried to just be like, okay, well, you don't necessarily work your main job or whatever right now, but then also you don't have a goal either. So I think like they go hand in hand. Okay. Example. There was this guy, and I ended up not talking to him. So he wanted to tell everybody that, Tanisha don't date blue collar workers. She needs somebody that got a fancy job because she's sitting in the office. She got to have somebody who's in the office. I was like, no, it's not that I don't date blue collar guys. I don't date you. That's what it is. And here's the reason why. He was a security guard. Security guard, nothing wrong with that. Security guard is a fine profession. But we had a conversation once, and he was like, yeah, so, I ain't go to college. College wasn't really for me. That's fine. College ain't for everybody.
Right.
But I went to the military, and I got trained to be air traffic. That was kind of a cool thing. So, I was doing the air traffic control, but I ain't like that. They want you to get up all early, and you got to go outside when it's cold, and they want you to, like, work, and you got to do all this stuff outside, and then you got to
come a real job.
I'm like, so you don't want to work. Is what I'm here for. You say, but man, as a security guard, man, you can sit here. We be watching DVDs and playing video games.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. So, okay.
You sound lazy.
Seriously.
And the problem with that is, I'm not lazy. Right. So I'm telling you, I'm working. I'm staying up to finish there. So I need to do this, or I need to go here. You're not gonna understand that. You're gonna be like, why don't you just work here at the mall, or do some other random thing, and you're not gonna understand why I'm putting in so much work, why I'm putting in so much time. Right. So that's why I mentioned job and goals together, and I mentioned those first.
Yeah.
I have other non-negotiables, but I've been drinking, so I can't talk about those right now. My only height requirement is you can't be shorter than me.
Okay. Wait, with or without heels?
Oh,
either one. I'm short, so that's all of a kind of you a little person. And Sarita, you already know this about me. About my this is not a non-negotiable, but my pet peeve.
You gotta have your clothes ironed.
I don't want to know.
You can't carry your purse.
Oh my God!
You can't.
I'm sorry. We disagree on this subject.
Right.
Though what you saw was a purse. What I saw was a man bag, and I didn't have a problem with it.
Ooh.
I didn't have a problem with it.
If you have a messenger bag, that's fine. But if you have something the equivalent of like
it was like half the size of a messenger bag.
No. Just no. What are you carrying, dude?
A purse. Or they're going to say it's a merce.
But what do you need in it? Dude, you only need your cell phone, your wallet, your keys. What do you have in this purse? Right, you got pockets for that. And your pants in the front and the back. You don't have a blazer? You can put nothing in. What are you carrying? Lipstick, mascara. What else do you have?
That might be it. Some hair products,
Right.
Y'all are stupid.
Do you have girl activator? What are you carrying? Lotion and hand sanitizer? What do you have in this bag?
Oh,
that's a really interesting. We should do a survey on that. Can you spill your man bag for me? I'd like to see what's in it.
Please open your man bag.
Hashtag inside the bag.
Inside the bag. That's right.
Inside the bag. Inside the man bag. What's in your man bag? What's in your bag?
And if you pull out 5 condoms and a pack of tissue, like, what are you doing?
Well, we know what he's doing.
Nothing, because he don't need 5 condoms in there.
No, you don't have to do it though. How many actually do you need?
Right?
Here, 5 at a time. Listen, sir, you're overreaching. There you go.
Oh man. So those are your. Those are your.
Okay, so those are a few of my.
Okay. You know. And you're saying that the other ones you cannot talk about on the show.
I had drinks, so I'll talk about.
She's not tipsy.
Let's take things in another direction. So let's.
All right. Well, listen. I want to hear yours. Did you have any?
So I'm sure I had some. I'm sure I have some. So I'm not quite as detail oriented, but I can't stand people that are late.
You already got somebody.
That are late.
Yeah, I can't stand late people. Okay. I have a thing with lateness. Yeah. I don't know what it is, why it is, but if you're late, don't come. Literally, don't come pick me up.
Quick question. Yes. What do you consider late? And this is not being like weird.
Well, I'm not kidding. Like a minute, I might give you a little grace period. You can get about 5 minutes. Grace period? After that, you are late.
I just if you're supposed to come if somebody's supposed to pick you up at 8 and it's 8:15, you burn. They don't have to pick you up. It's done.
But I mean, now did they text? Did they call? Were they stuck in traffic, or did they just not plan their evening appropriately and they just late?
Yeah.
So DC traffic is one of those things. I'm like, hey, everybody has that problem.
Yeah.
But if you just didn't leave your grandmama house on time, that's a whole different. And if you consistently have a late problem, because there are some gentlemen who are chronically late.
Yeah.
So I just have a problem with that.
You don't get a consistently late opportunity. Yeah. You got twice to be late. Me.
Yeah. And then I have a height complex. So yes. You have to be taller than me. I'm sorry. You've got to be taller than me with flats on, with heels on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and when my hair was serious afro.
As a dude, what are we finna do together?
Right. Nothing if you are shorter than me. Nothing.
What? I got to bend over. How are you today? Is everything okay? Ain't nobody finna do that.
No. So height, lateness, and then so I hate to say it, I don't think I ran into this problem, but if you don't drink, we probably have some sort of
mismatch. Oh my gosh, yes.
Girl, you took one of my answers, girl.
Yes.
Listen.
You have to drink.
Listen.
I thought of that. I ain't even mentioned that because I'm like, that's a given between the 3 of us.
Are you kidding? They got to have a goal and a job, but
You could drink and have a goal and a job.
Listen.
But I actually ran into somebody who didn't drink, and I was like, "Well, this is never gonna." I've told y'all this story before, so I don't need to go back into that again.
Yeah. So I've had some judgy folks.
Ooh,
based on just like what I did for a living and all this time. I'm like, oh, that ain't gonna work. You got a problem with some alcohol.
Yeah, I have a few girlfriends who are married to guys who don't drink. It's like a thing, and it's for whatever reason. Either like their family history doesn't involve drinking, or they have like their family history involves a lot of drinking, too much, so they don't. And I get it, but don't judge me because I don't have a problem. Don't do that.
That's what the problem is. Like if you don't drink, you will absolutely judge a person who does.
Yes.
You're gonna judge like, oh, so you're gonna have another drink?
Yeah.
Right.
If you get up out of my hand and down my throat, what?
I didn't ask you to pay for my drink. I'm good.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And also, it's not fun. Like, I'm drinking and you sitting there with your 2 glasses of water or your 2 glasses of Perrier. Like, no, this is dumb. It's not even fun.
From what I've heard, you get used to it, and they're always the driver. And you can have yourself a good old time, and you can invite another one of your girlfriend who drinks with you. And
that's the only way. Yeah. That's the only way that works.
Yeah.
Like if you got one of your girlfriends or another one of your homies is out and they drink and then your man don't that's still not gonna work for me. It's like I want to go out with my man and
no,
I want to go out with my man and we had drinks and we just kind of kick it and whatever.
It doesn't have to be all the time.
Yeah.
But like it can't be like 0. the zero is kind
it's a battle between 0 and 100.
Right, like somewhere in there.
That's higher than
there's
50. Like,
right, you may be on medication sometimes. You may just want to detox your liver, but
it happens where you can. You might somebody might be pregnant, so
anything. So I get that, but the zero part is kind of a problem. So those would be my short pet peeves.
Gotcha. I am one of my non-negotiables was I don't even know how to verbalize this, but I couldn't.
Do you need to charade it?
No, I can't.
We on video charade it, girl.
I can't, but I could not have a guy that was too soft.
Yes.
Like,
Lord,
y'all know what I mean?
Yes.
Y'all know what I mean?
Yes.
Hence why I'm still single, living over here, because everybody here.
Are you saying everybody there in Paris is soft?
Maybe not. Okay, maybe not everybody, but we do often play the game. Are you gay or French? So
no, and I get it. No, I don't even like mean in like the visual with the mannerisms and anything like that. I mean like just sort of getting attached too soon, doing things too fast, or
soft.
Just soft. I just couldn't. I just can't. I don't have the personality for it. I just can't deal with this when things happen. You
absolutely don't have the personality for that. You need somebody that can stand up to you and be like, "Ma'am, no." You be like, "All right."
Or just vibe with me.
Yeah.
just vibe.
I'll be quiet, but when you leave, I'm talking again.
I'm a Libra. I don't communicate all the time. Just watch me. Just watch me and feel my energy, but don't overpower it. Don't give me too much.
Like be careful there.
If you give me too much, I'm backing up and I'm gone. I'm backing up and I'm gone. I'm just saying. I just need a balance of everything. I know it's hard. Libras are very complicated. I'm a complicated girl and I get it. But I couldn't do the too soft. That was,
what's so cute though is what your, both of you married people, your requirements were whatever, and like you found it, you good.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but also that means like I'm going to mine, so I'm not.
There's a history with mine, so there's that's a whole nother podcast. But
like, I mean, it's not like I got married long ago. I mean, I was in my late 30s. That took a long time.
Honey, listen.
Long time.
I've known Alan since just for the folks listening. I've known Alan since I was 21. Okay, we got married at 32. This is not some overnight shit. This was, and then we weren't together at 21. Let's be clear. There's a lot of fucking years of gray area. Listen, okay, whole nother podcast. I'm just saying.
21.
That's gonna be a podcast after dark.
Whole nother podcast.
Yeah. If you meet somebody at 21, that ain't gonna play.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna play.
Listen,
no. People I knew at 21, I don't even like them no more.
Yeah, seriously.
You need a break. If you don't take a break between 25 and 28, then
you sunk.
Yeah,
that joint ain't gonna work.
Listen, as like a married woman, sometimes you're invited to like little couples parties and stuff, and they like going around the room and shit, so asking like, "Oh, how'd you guys meet?" I'm like, "You don't want to hear that. You don't want to know that. You don't want to know that story." Real life.
I met him. I was like, man, pass. And then like knowing
that's
and then
not,
5 years later.
I don't like we have a story that ended well, but it did not begin well. This is not a fairy tale situation. So, like I said, whole nother podcast. But So
okay, so can't be too soft.
Can't be too soft. Yeah, that was my thing. And also the height thing.
Like a song
also I when I was single, how do you say? I attracted a lot of church guys.
You too.
I did. Listen, I did.
That's right.
I don't know what it. No. But it. I attracted a lot of church guys. Was like, oh, they were looking for a wife. They were looking for a wife to stay home with the kids,
right? And cook and stuff.
Cook and be barefoot and pregnant. That's what they wanted. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know. It was the shortness. I don't know. And I grew up in the church. I'm a church girl, and I get it. But who about to do that? Who you talking to? You about what? Nah. You got the
and
wrong
you
impression.
See her on the show, drinking liquor and talking about.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You've got the wrong woman. You've got the wrong one.
I won't date you if you don't drink.
Listen.
But I'm gonna stay home and have all your babies. What?
Listen.
I can't have your babies because I'm drinking.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right. Priorities.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Just
right.
Yeah.
Barefoot and pregnant. What? Barefoot. You see all these shoes like that?
Right.
So
Shopping.
So a lot of I attracted a lot of judgy guys when I was younger. I don't know what it was, but I can't do that. I can't do the judgy, and I can't do the you should wear your hair this way, or you should wear this dress. What?
Oh.
Nah. Sorry.
You should wear this dress that I just bought for you.
Oh,
from,
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
From like Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
Or Nordy's.
Yeah.
Like, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I like your suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
You should wear this dress that you had on in your closet. I'm sorry, sir. What?
Yeah.
That I bought in my closet.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Or if they do it the shade away, be like, oh, that's what you wearing?
Oops. Yeah.
And you know the great answer sure is.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's a married woman answer. I like that. That's what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Whereas single Tanisha, it's like, I'm sorry, what? You want to say that again? Look close to my face so I can smack you in the mouth?
Yeah.
Is that what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Short of it having a stain on it, like you ain't
Does it smell?
Does
it have a stain?
Yeah.
Is it see-through? Like beyond that, like that's all I want to hear about.
And if it's see-through, I probably meant for it to be see-through. This is the look I'm going for.
But I can deal with you letting me know
it's see-neck. Don't worry that it don't have a back. Don't worry yourself. I'm with you.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay, sorry. Next question.
Goodness, I guess
water. Next question. Okay. And this is real. Okay. How would you feel if your man had more than one gay male friend? Is that a thing for you? Would you have a problem? Ooh, you got a big X up. Please tell me about it.
I don't even have anything to say about that.
Oh, you have nothing to say about that. Okay.
I think she said what she said. What she said.
Okay.
No.
Right.
No.
More than one.
I'm not even sure what to say.
When did you get them? What industry do you work in? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Or how long have they been your friend? I mean, that, you know.
How long have they been your friend?
So you need to know all those details.
Work in?
Okay.
Right.
Where do you live?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna joke. You know, when I was home a lot recently, I saw too many Jerry Springer's, Maury Povich shows.
You gotta ask questions. I'm sorry, I have to ask questions. Okay. This ain't just gonna be like cool.
Because I actually so this is what happened last year. I listened to a podcast and these girls were like, they were okay. So it was three straight girls and a gay guy on a podcast, and they were all talking. And one of the straight girls and the gay guy, they're best buddies, and she was just like, "Yo, I was out with." I'm not gonna say their name. She was just like, "So I was out with him." And he introduced me to a guy, and they were actually friends. And she declined. She was just like, nah, I'm actually good. I'm good because I don't roll like that. And then she moved on. And so he asked her on the show, like, why'd you move on? She was just like, I just got this thing. And they're all black, by the way. And she was just like, I just got this thing. I don't, the lines are too shaky to me. If he's that comfortable with you, I don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't know how comfortable I would be with him because I don't know which way he swings. Right. And so, and I asked Alan, I was like, so wait, so how do you feel around other gay males? Do they make you uncomfortable? It was obvious. It's obvious. And I said, okay, I was like, you have a lot of you have a lot of friends at work. A lot of male friends at work. Say one of them is gay. Y'all about to go out for happy hour. He gets there first. It's just y'all two. What do? He was like, oh, I'm not going until someone else shows up. I was like, are you serious? You serious? I was like, is it that deep?
Girls and guys.
I was like, is it that deep?
He was just like, nah, because I'm not a straight black guy answer.
He was like, I'm being very honest with you. I'm not comfortable. And I'm like, why? He was like, I've just been, I've been hit on before, and I'm not comfortable. And I was like, do you know how many times I've been hit on by gay women? That doesn't make, that doesn't, and I was like, that doesn't make me
feeling himself now. Like,
I was like, that doesn't make me uncomfortable. Like, I'm not.
I think it's different with women.
It's
though.
different.
It is.
Girls
and
guys are
he
different.
he tried to explain it to me.
Women have different relationships.
Yeah. So
yeah,
but that's how he is. So he doesn't have any.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any gay male friends. But I was just trying
that he knows of.
This is true. Ooh, you better tell it.
They ain't finna come out. They already know how he is.
This
they like,
true.
Right? They ain't telling him. They ain't telling him.
Great.
But I'm just, I'm just not homophobic at all. So, I was just wondering what you guys thought about that.
Yeah, I would think that would be. It would be like a red flag for me, or maybe not a full. No, it would be a full. No, maybe not a full red flag. Maybe like a yellow flag.
Okay.
But I would have more questions. Like, say you are a hairstylist. One, that's already a question. But two, like,
yes,
I would expect you to have, like, you would know more gay males because that's what's in the industry. Say you're in fashion, you work
exactly. There you go.
Yeah. You work at a fashion house or you work at a store in the mall.
You're a buyer for Macy's. Whatever
right,
you doing.
Listen, you buy for Macy's, or listen, you fold jeans at the Gap. Like,
there you go.
This is what you around.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah,
I agree with
that. If that's your situation, then okay, that's a little different. But listen,
like a regular.
If you buy from accounting, then no.
And I'm not gonna lie, like, to me, it's one thing, like, if you've got a friend from childhood and y'all have been friends forever, like, that's totally separate.
Sure.
But when you may have 2 and 3 really good friends, like, I'm on the fence about that. I'm like, what are you projecting that's having all these people come to you like that? So.
And where did you meet them? What happened? Like, if you met them at summer camp when you were 7, fine.
Like, fine, I'm good.
Okay.
You met them at a yoga retreat 2 years ago.
Right. You met them and I wasn't there. I'm not sure how that went down.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
As you get, one thing I have noticed about me, as I've gotten, not like I'm that old because I'm only 27, but as I've gotten older, like I cut things off so early, like things that I might have been like, well, let's see.
Okay.
It might not be that bad. Now I'm like, nope. Like, it's a hard cutoff. It's like, no, we're done. You don't have to call me no more, and your number's blocked.
Right.
Okay.
Or you go to the friend zone real quick.
Right. Oh,
friend zone.
Sure.
And I don't even put people in the friend zone no more. Like, you have to be like a really cool person for me to put you in the friend zone. Because I feel like if you're coming at me in like a dating perspective and from a dating point of view, then that's what you want. And so it's not doing either one of us a service to continue talking like, oh, let's just be friends.
Yeah.
I don't need no friends that I just talk to on the phone. Like, we're not hanging out because I already know what you want. I want that.
Right.
Why we going out? Why we going to parties? We going to the bar? We going out to eat? We going to the movies? I'm selling you a pipe dream. Go.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm literally taking notes. I gotta ask my husband these questions tonight.
Please. It makes such interesting conversations.
I'm ready.
Believe it.
I'm good with the pillow talk.
I saw him walk by and I was like, nah, I don't want to pull him over here and embarrass him on camera, but I got questions.
Yeah.
He gonna lean in and be like, what y'all talking about?
Actually. Okay, good.
What you got next?
Okay. So here's the scenario. All right. So your homeboy, you got a best homeboy, right? Grew up with him, known him for years, all these things, right? And he got married. And you love his wife. Okay? So you find out.
What? Wait, say that again.
You love his wife. You love
you like his wife?
You love his wife. Yes.
Like, she's just cool. Like, she's real cool. Okay.
Yes, she is cool. You love her to death. You like her for him and all those things. You find out that your homeboy is cheating on her. So of course, you want to stay true to your homeboy and not tell this wife, but you are so cool with her, you want to tell her so bad because it's just not right. You're in these situations where oh, your integrity is compromised. You do all these things. No, not yet. Not yet. So you start ghosting her. You just trying to stay away from her so you don't tell her. You don't tell her a thing. Then you bump into her at a bar. Okay, accidentally. And she misses you. Y'all are friends. Y'all are really good friends. And she approaches you like, hey, girl, how you doing? Oh, my God, I miss you. What's been going on? Why have you been swerving me? Why have you been ignoring my calls? Like, what's going on? What do you tell her? What do you do?
Tanisha?
So, I let grown people handle their own business. Because you never know how people are going to deal with things and what their situation is and what they already know and what they are already dealing with. So I don't put myself in anybody's situation. Like, I don't care, like, short of me seeing you in the street, like, literally having sex with someone else, and then I'll probably still be like, well, I didn't really see that. I'm not saying nothing because I don't know what y'all got going on. Because, like, what married people do and what married people have agreed on and their private conversations are their private conversations. I don't want to be the one to get in the way of somebody else's happy home. Again, I don't know what their situation is and what they like and what they do. This might be something that they are okay with on their own. So for me to go in and say something, like, I don't know. That might be something that they've agreed to, and if they're like, oh no, I know what's going on.
First of all, that ain't the case.
I mean, for y'all, you know, that's the situation for y'all. But like, I know people who it's like, all right,
they got their own.
So
I get it.
They're open.
Say that's not the case. You know her well.
That's number one. Number two.
Tanisha ain't getting in it.
Number two, I have some friends that are my friends, some girlfriends that are my girlfriends that I, know them outright. And they aren't people that would take that news well. They are people that would stop being friends with me, but then eventually go back to their main. Like, they may beef with them for a second, but then they going back. So that's something I'm not getting in it. Sorry. And they can say whatever they want after the fact. You should have told me No, that's not my situation. That's on y'all. And my friends know this about me. They know I'm not saying nothing because it's not my situation.
Okay. Melissa?
Okay. Girl. So I'm going to tell.
You tell her.
I'm going to tell because any homeboy of mine would have already known. And I mean, it goes even beyond like homeboy and like I'm really tight with his wife. Like, it's anything. Like, I had, what happened? There was just some weirdness with even the best men at my wedding, stuff like that. And I was like, hold up, aren't you married? Why are you hitting on my bridesmaid? Like, I mean, I will call them out themselves.
Okay.
Like slow to roll. He married. What you doing?
I was like, hold on. I was like, and I've seen the pictures of your wife and I don't know her. And why are you hitting on the bridesmaid?
You usually have a ring on your hand.
So exactly, like, where is your ring, by the way? Like, did that make it to your pocket? So yeah, and there was a situation. I went out with one of my husband's friends, and I really liked the girl he was dating, and all of a sudden there was a baby and another woman, and the first girl is calling my husband on the phone, like, where's such and such? And I'm like, you best go ahead and tell her because she doesn't want to run into me. Because I'm just like, if you're gonna lie, you got to keep it to yourself. Like, that's my big thing. Like, don't tell me. As long as I don't know, we are fine. But don't let me find out. And if I find out, we really got to talk about it so I know what to say and what not. Like, are you in an open relationship? Like, just let me know. I will keep your secret as long as it's not a secret. But if you're hurting one of my friends and you doing stupid stuff, you don't need to be my friend. Like, I don't have patience for that. Because I hear you, Tanisha. There are some girls I know that they would stop being friends with me. And unfortunately, I realize I can't be friends with them. Because if the truth is going to keep them from, we can't be friends.
Sure.
It wasn't meant to be. Yeah. Like, we can go out, we hang out, we get drinks, but we're not like really tight friends. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to tell. That's me. I'm going to tell. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're not going to get left out of this, Sarita. Don't even think about it.
It really depends on the girl, honestly. I can't say
Does it depend on if it's one of your friends versus one of, like, say, your husband's male friends?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. It actually, yeah, and it depends on, it just depends on how close we are. If I feel like, that's tough, because I don't want to put my husband in a situation where he's like, oh, well, your bitch snitched on me. I don't want to be like that.
Right, like I can't tell her nothing.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you nothing. I never want to be in that position.
Right.
But if I feel like that's about to happen, I will tell him, like, so I'm hanging out with her tomorrow, and I really like her, and I'm not lying. I'm not lying for him.
If it comes up,
I'm not lying for him. So if it comes up and she asks me, I'm going to tell her the truth. So I don't know what you want to tell him, but it's going to come out eventually. That sort of thing.
That's fine. Y'all call me a liar, but that's cool.
No, not at all. But I think it has something to do, for me, like, I'd want somebody to tell me. You know what I mean? Exactly. I'm just like, I'm that style. Exactly. Like, I'm like, no. You tell me and we'll work that out separately. But that's just how I am. And so I'll probably put that on the other people. You know, I'm treating them the way I'd want them to treat me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing.
I mean,
only just because, like, you never know how people gonna respond, and how you think they'll respond is not how they respond. So I'm just like, no. I also think it's interesting that all three of us had completely different
answers.
But I'm like, no. So listen, if somebody, I'm not in it.
Absolutely.
My name is Bennett.
Yeah.
Y'all know the rest.
Okay. I got it.
Get it. That was a good question. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
That wasn't tough. I ain't I'm like, that wasn't tough for me at all. Nope.
You just got a whole bunch more friends there, Tanisha. They like, that's right. That's my new homegirl.
Right. They like, but now don't feel like because I'm not gonna say nothing that you can just tell me your business. No, that's a whole different thing. Like, don't think that you can have a full-on conversation with me about the multiple people that you with. Like, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But if I just happen to be out at the, grocery store and it's you and somebody else buying produce, then that's
not in the middle of the street, actually,
Right. You and somebody else over there picking out watermelons. I'm like, wait a minute.
Tanisha's like, I didn't see that.
I'm finna back my car right back down the aisle. I'm actually finna leave the car there. I'm like, you know what? I ain't even need these groceries. That's fine. I'll buy toilet paper somewhere else. I don't even like their peaches in here, so it's fine.
Right. I'll come back later.
So my next question is regarding, like, social media and dating. So, Melissa, I don't know, like, when you met your husband or how long ago that was, but when you were dating, how long before you looked up their social media, or what is it, automatic? Like, you meet him, you know his name, you might find out his last name, and you automatically look him up, or is it something that you stayed away from?
My husband isn't particularly social media, like,
okay.
He might use Instagram once a year.
Okay.
Or he might be like, now even like, why didn't you tag me on that? I'm like, because I don't even know what your handle is. So so my husband was on Facebook, and that was about it. But I mean, I met him 6 years ago now. I'm not even sure. Like right. Like, it wasn't even like, it was Facebook.
Right.
I mean, it took a while for us to change our status to in a relationship.
Okay, got
it. Yeah, I've been married for 2 years. So we're in a relationship.
Right. I changed that on the day of. I felt kind of funny if I didn't change it to married on the right day, because it had the date up there, and I'm like,
And also, you wanted people to say congratulations, and maybe they'll send you a gift. So,
actually, that too. You do make a good point, and people wouldn't be surprised.
Married, and I'm registered at Macy's.
Because no joke. You don't want to put up wedding photos and people be like, well, I wasn't invited. Like, blah, blah, like, just put it all out there.
And then you'd be like, we're not even that cool. Like, pipe down.
We are Facebook friends. Yeah. So I think it's a difference in how he and I use social media and how we use different channels, because I only keep friends like old friends and family on Facebook, and he's kind of the same way. So it wasn't a big deal to like look him up. Like, I already knew the little girls that would be on his Facebook page anyway. And then,
I love it.
And then, he wasn't on the other one. So it was, wasn't anything to worry about. So thank goodness. Hallelujah. Mm-hmm. Wasn't a problem because I have heard some bad stories.
Ciao. Mm-hmm. Tanisha, what about you? Is it something that you stay away from, or you automatically look up the person that you're dating?
Well, no, I'm looking you up right away. Okay. Like, I'm probably not gonna follow you, but I'm looking you up right away because I need to know, especially now, since I'm not meeting people through like referrals, since I'm meeting people like on a one-off or a dating app or something like that. One, I need to make sure you're not the killer. Two, I need to, like, if you got a whole bunch of pictures on your Facebook page of like ropes and people being tied up and knives and it's not gonna work out. I need to also make sure that you're not really married, because that's a thing.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that I could find with a couple Google searches, and also, my previous profession. So I'm absolutely gonna look you up for sure. It's a 255% chance I'm gonna look you up. So you need to have it together.
Right. Get your online presence together.
So you need to fake a whole situation if you try and get one over on me.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Your girlfriend to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's weird. I didn't even think about this, but like LinkedIn, I will say I looked him up on LinkedIn more so than the others, and I didn't even think about that as like social media because I just wanted to see what like jobs he'd had. Kind of to Tanisha, I just wanted to see like what the jobs have been like.
Yeah. What is your situation?
Exactly.
So from that perspective, I looked him up, but I made myself private so he wouldn't know. Like I looked at his page.
Real slick with yours, okay?
No, I just don't want to be.
The way is to look it up from somebody else's. Because the three of us all have LinkedIn, so I mean, y'all two don't need them services no more. So next time I need, I'm like, Sarita.
Can I get your login?
Nah, like Sarita, I'm gonna give you a name. Send me a screenshot.
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness. So Miss Sarita.
Yeah.
Social media.
I don't really know because me and Alan have known each other for so long, but we are not
college club or something. MySpace.
We are not connected on social media. So
wow. Which leads into another question. So let's get into that after you finish your answers.
No, we're not connected on social media.
Not at all. Not even on Facebook.
No. No.
Which leads me into another question. Like, should you be connected with somebody that you're like?
I don't want to because I'm not that girl. A little bit about me. I don't look through phones.
Just a little.
I don't look through phones. I'm not doing some intense research. I'm not following you. I'm not looking at what you're doing on social media. I'm not looking at your history. I'm not that girl. If I feel like I need to do that, then I probably shouldn't be with you.
This relationship is over. So like we're done.
If I'm not getting notifications of who you like or what you retweet,
Lord have mercy.
I'm really not doing that. I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah, people you follow or whatever, you get like, oh, they just like this post, or they posted this, or they.
My real obsessions are Issa Rae and Shonda Rhimes, so I get those for them. But no, I don't need that.
But like a regular lay person, like me and you, Melissa, she don't care what we got.
She don't need that. She all about Shonda.
Tanisha, I like that post you did on when you went so and so. That was 2 months ago. Thanks.
Yeah. But no,
thanks for being in my life.
Yeah. That's just not something. That's just not something we do, and he's not really into social media anyway. So, yeah.
I'm not sure I would have dated a guy that was really into social media, to be honest.
Why?
Like, I'm just not sure. I don't know. Like that. I don't know. There's something to me about trying to be internet popular.
It depends on why he was into social media.
Sure.
If he was just into it, just like, oh, okay, like take a picture of himself like at the gym and like look at me bodybuilding. Okay, but if he like got his own little side business, side hustle, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I look at that different.
Make fried chicken sandwiches. Okay,
that's right. I'm good with that. If there's money connected to it, I'm probably good with it. But if it's kind of, or if you've done a lot of like public speaking or articles and stuff, like or you wrote a book,
money is connected.
Money,
to it, yeah.
I'm good with that. But yeah, if you take a picture of yourself at the gym, I'm over that.
If I see one more Instagram feed, one more IG story, you sitting in the car listening to music bobbing your head, I'm done. Like who has the same song? Huh? We got the radio. People. We have the radio too. Okay, we can listen to that song, but listen, if your Instagram is like this.
And then the next one is just like that with a different outfit on. I'm like, dang.
Right. Yeah. When it seems like no time has passed. No, whatever. You still in the car?
Right.
Where are you driving to?
Just live in the car for all I know. So.
Exactly. Right. See, do you have a job?
Right.
Where
do you have a goal? And how tall are you?
Oh my God.
And that's another thing. You in the car the whole time. How tall are you?
Right.
Oh my God.
This is true. This is true.
I met this guy once, and he was in the car. He was in the truck, and he was talking to me. Just a quick sidebar. And he was talking to me, and he was cute. And so, I'm talking to him or whatever. And he was like, yeah, maybe we could meet up. Let me get your number. Girl, when he opened the door and hopped down, I was like, wait, what happened to your legs?
That's so
bad. It was a big truck.
That's so bad. And they always drive the biggest cars, too.
When I tell you he hopped down, I was like, oh, my God.
And you mean hopped.
I'm like, he hopped down, like, on his knees. Like, what happened?
She's like, nah, that's all right. That's all right.
Listen.
I lost my own number.
Oh, no, I gave it to him. I mean, just change a couple digits. It's fine.
Come on, Sarita. What's up next?
All right.
If you ask me for my number right there and you try to call it. Don't call my number while I'm standing in front of you. Press.
Well, that's what they do, so they make sure the number is right.
Right, and they'll be like, now you have my number.
Oh, no, my phone's dead. I'm sorry, I can't get the call right now. So
you are too funny. People, I'm going to call you right now so you can have my number. Oh.
Right, I'd be like, oh, no, that's not going to work. My phone, my battery dead.
Battery is dead.
But it's noon. Well, I didn't charge it last night. Why are there so many questions?
Okay, so next question. Okay. How do you guys handle people that sort of shame you for like not having kids, or Tanisha in your case not being married or not having kids or anything like that? Like, how do you handle that? Because I know I get it a lot. Melissa, you're covering your face. I just
It's like baby shaming. Like, they don't want to fat shame people, but they will baby shame you.
Oh, they will baby shame the shit out of you. That they really will. Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because you never know people's situation.
Exactly.
Right? Like, I have friends who get baby shamed, but they legit can't have kids.
Right.
So, like,
and
that's
none of your
damn
business.
Devastating. I mean, clearly it's none of your business.
Right.
But it is another layer on top of that when there is actually something that, like it's a problem. Like, you can't, like, medically, you can't do this.
Yeah.
So that's a situation.
Right.
People don't shame me no more because I set them straight. So,
gotcha.
Because that's a question that it's no holds barred. I'm really about to come at you for that one. You're not about to baby shame me, and you're not about to shame me for not being married.
Yeah. I've had a woman at church come at me like, "Well, what's wrong with you?"
First woman will come.
I said,
"Lady, what's wrong?"
And I said, "What if something is wrong with me? You want me to share that with you right now in front of all these people?"
In front of all these people.
You need to. I was and so I went in.
Just you, like, and I want to share this in front of you. Are you a church mom?
I went in. I was like, you know what? You really need to watch how you ask people certain things, and then if you should ask them at all, it's none of your business.
Amen and hallelujah.
It is none of your damn business.
Amen.
It's just like, but I can't at church. I can't say, "Stay out of my damn vagina." I can't say that. But
you can't say the damn part, but you can say "stay out of my vagina."
Child.
You can say, "You know what? My vagina is mine, and let me take care of it." However that may be.
You'll be the first one to know when you know.
Right. I promise you. As soon as the seed is planted,
I will let y'all all know.
Listen, I will send you a telegram because that's
the thing is. But the thing is, what if there is no seed? What if I just don't want to have kids?
Just don't have kids.
Why isn't that okay? Why isn't that okay for a woman to not want to have kids?
66% of people have kids in America, and then the rest of them wish they had kids. And Lord have mercy, let me tell you, I was at a family reunion yesterday, and God bless her, one of my cousins.
That's what they finna ask you. Family reunions? family reunions in church. They finna ask you, so, baby.
She just run me crazy. I was holding my little cousin on my hip. You should have one of those too. It would look really good on you.
Oh my
God. You look so natural. Where yours at?
I'm like, but see, I can give him back to his mama.
I
mean, oh Lord, yes, being almost 40 and childless, let me tell you, it is uncomfortable. People think, and they always think you know about some daycare stuff if they don't know any better. Like, I don't know anything about this stuff. But yes, I call it baby shaming, and so
they don't like my answer. Where your baby at? I swallowed her. Any more questions?
Shut up! You did not say that.
What?
You did not say that.
I really might borrow that, because I mean, so I went into the post office the other day. Now I know I have a beer belly, a slight beer belly. Like I hold my weight in my stomach.
Oh my God! Did somebody say?
That's like the other thing. So this has happened at work, at the post office, like you name it, wherever. Serious? People will be like, oh, "Did you not tell me something?"
I'd be like, "Yes, I had 2 cheesesteaks for lunch." Any question?
I had some beer for breakfast. But so it's not even like not having kids. People are just so like, I don't know why they want to butt into your, like baby business.
Social media got people like that, thinking they need to know everything about your life.
I mean, this is true.
So yes, most recently it was a lady at the post office, and so I was like, no, and I just tell them.
Is that the same post office you go to all the time? Like you know her? Do you know her on a first name basis? She sees me
all the time, and I'm like, no. What did I tell her? I said, no, I'm just fat. That's what I told her.
Oh my God!
And see, I wouldn't even say fat. I'd have been like, so I just had lunch. And
so yeah, that's a whole yes. I could talk all day about baby shaming.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
And not being married was, I swear, even worse. Like, because I didn't get married until I was 37, and I mean, the folks they didn't worried me to death about, was I getting married, and was I thinking about getting married? Are you engaged yet? And Lord have mercy.
So see, I've eliminated a lot of those questions since I don't live in the country. They're already like, oh, Tanisha didn't even think about that. She only live here. So that's like, clearly that is nothing she's concerned with. So it's no point of asking her. So that eliminated those questions completely. So
Spain,
I'm not suggesting that to others. Like, oh, okay, well, just move to another country and nobody gonna ask you nothing.
That's right.
I like that shut it down for me. When I go home for holidays or whenever, nobody asks me that. Girl, when you getting married? When you settling down? When you gonna slow down?
Oh, I gotta move back to the U.S. first.
it doesn't even come up anymore.
Oh wow. Oh, you've got them trained and ready. Go, Tanisha.
Right, exactly. Good job. Good job.
All right, Sarita. So seriously, how do you manage that?
It's tough, especially. I mean. When it's older people, I can just brush them off. But then when it's like your peer, like I was in a bathroom one time. I was at a brunch. It was a big birthday brunch for one of my guy friends or whatever. And his wife was like, "Oh, well, you know what? I was about to ask you, but I assumed you just didn't want to have kids." And she turned around. I was like, "When the fuck did I tell you that?" I was like, "When have I ever said that?" I was like, you have never heard that come out my mouth at all. And she was just like, oh, well, I just assumed. I was like, you assumed based on what? Based on something I didn't say. I didn't say that.
Like, you know what they say about assumptions?
Yeah, that's right.
And I just sort of turned and walked out, but it just left us like a sour attitude. It's just like, what?
Yes.
I never said that. Why are you assuming? You didn't ask.
And even if you did.
Right.
So,
right.
But I will tell you, so just sorry, this is like worrying my natural hair now. I was in an interview recently, not for the new job, but for like one of the old jobs. And I just think it's so funny because I could see light bulbs in my head. Oh, do you and your husband have kids yet? And I want to be like, and what the fuck business of yours is that?
Right.
You might be my employer. Like, isn't that
was it like conversation?
Sort of
right, like, is that legal? Can you ask
that? An HR problem here?
Listen, I'd have had that job because I'd have been like, I don't think you're supposed to ask this.
Ask that. I almost said it too. I was like,
I'd have been in another interview like, so are they the person before you just asked me about this?
If I was having kids, I was
going to ask EEOC if that's okay, if they should ask that. Does the ACO know about this? I'm going to ask them if that's okay.
You'd have had a job offer before you left.
That that has actually worked in my favor when somebody being slightly racist. I was like, should you be saying that? I'm not sure if you should say that. I started working there the next day.
Yes. So PSA to all the future bosses out there, don't ask your employees if they got kids and if they married and stuff. Just check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Don't ask them nothing. Can you do the job? Ask me that. I'm like, sure. Yeah, even if I look pregnant in your office, don't.
Right.
Ask me, can I work for you?
Right. Can you lift a box that's 20 pounds?
Right.
Something.
Just my answer by that. Now, if I'm asking you a whole bunch of questions about health benefits and and maternity leave, then okay, then you might be able to ask some questions. But other than that, I need you to ease up.
Don't ask me nothing until I tell you something.
Okay.
All bad.
Okay. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that answer. Okay. So my next question is, like, have you ever outgrown a friend? And if so, like, how did you handle it?
Yes. Absolutely. And in different ways.
Okay.
It depended on the situation. Like I outgrew a couple friends from college, and those, with me living in different places, it's a little easier for me to kind of fade out.
Mm-hmm.
So it can just be a matter of like, I don't call you as much.
Right.
And like it might just be a like on your Facebook post. Like that might be all of our interaction at a certain point. I don't think I've ever had a friendship where, nope, I did one time where a friend actually outgrew me, and then she actually told me, like in an email, I was like, listen, this is how I feel, this is what's going on.
Damn.
So we're just gonna have to just end this here. And I'm not gonna lie, it hurt. It was like, because it wasn't like an ease into it, like, oh yeah, we just kind of going this and fading. It was abrupt off with your head. But I appreciate her saying it and not just be like, now she's gonna talk to her anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas other relationships have kind of faded out because you outgrew that person. Right. So they kind of, but yeah. And that's fine. I think in your life, just in general, you outgrow people. Y'all in different places, whether it be mentally, physically, emotionally, and you outgrow people. Let them go.
Yeah, that's true. Got to make space for some new friends too.
Yeah.
All right, Sarita, you're up next on that one.
I
feel like Sarita be cutting people off. Like, nope, we're done. Thanks.
Because Sarita wants us to go first, and then she wants to avoid this question. I can tell.
I mean, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, Sarita, but I just feel like you are not somebody that like just lets things kind of drag on or hold so too tight. You just like, this doesn't look like it's going in a good direction.
I've honestly been lucky where I have friends from junior high school. I have friends from high school. I have friends from college that luckily we were on the same path. So we went in the same direction. So I haven't had this grown out thing happen very often. But there was one particular friend that I found out she was telling other people, oh, I outgrew her, or I outgrew them, and me included with other people. And so I had to approach her. Like that, I can't deal with. I'm approaching that person directly, like, "Oh, for real? That's how you feel? Is that what we're doing?"
What's hilarious is I totally see you saying that, be like, "Oh, word,
right?
You outgrew me,
right?"
Huh?
So
and you work at the Smooth King, huh? You outgrew me, and I got my own office.
But the thing is, she was saying those things for the wrong reasons. It wasn't that she outgrew us for real. She disagreed with our opinion about decisions that she made. So you didn't want to hear our opinions about it. So you're going around telling people that you outgrew us. Okay.
On to the next.
Okay.
Time you vocalize that and tell other people, I just outgrew them.
Yeah.
Then I don't think that situation is something that you really outgrew. It's just that there was something specific that happened. You ain't like it, they ain't like it. So
y'all moved on.
Yeah.
So anybody who feels
you guys didn't see Girls Trip, right? Okay, then I won't say it, but
don't say it because I can't see it. I mean,
I'm sorry.
If somebody want to send me a bootleg DVD, that's
I want
fine.
to see it. If I had a steady stream of bootleg DVDs, that would be great.
But I'm just gonna summarize. But there's this one scene where this one girl, she avoids the group because she doesn't want them to see her because they can see right through her, and she's hiding stuff. Yeah. And that was the situation with this friend where she was hiding stuff, and she didn't agree with our opinion about what the decisions that she was about to make, and so she, kind of walked around and spread this shit, talking about she outgrew. I was like, what is this? No, that ain't true.
Right.
Okay.
Listen.
That's not true. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. And like, you outgrowing somebody is a big deal, and I think it's really personal. Yeah. And the fact that she walked around and was telling other people about it, that's what rubbed me the wrong way. It was like, oh, you're not about to...
But that's also how you know it's not true. Because if you do outgrow someone, like, it's not anything that you're proud of. It's not anything that you want to freely share. Yeah. It's something that you actually take very personally, and you feel a certain way about it. Like, you're not happy about it.
Right.
For either person, whether you tell them you outgrew them or they tell you, it's not a good feeling, because it's sad, because you remember how close you were at some point. So for somebody, I mean, and you understand it, and you're like, okay, yeah, we kind of have grown apart or whatever, and we have outgrown each other, but it's not a good feeling either way, whether you breaking up with them or they breaking up with you or whatever. So you don't just broadcast like, oh no, I outgrew them. If you do that and say that, then you on something else. Y'all wasn't really for real friends no more. So that's why they outgrew your point. So.
Yeah.
That was slightly
but
what do you say next?
Melissa.
I want my answer to this.
No. Sorry. I thought you were trying to.
No, I was waiting for the next question.
No, Melissa, you didn't answer.
I know, it was strategic. Let's see. So this will be a get to know Melissa moment.
Okay.
Wow, a little peep in.
I'm so
peep into the inside. Like, I don't have a lot of girlfriends, so I'm one of those, kind of like you, Tanisha. I moved a lot when I was younger. I mean, 7 states before 18 kind of thing, and so like I didn't really outgrow my friends. Yeah, I mean, I just moved before there was Facebook, so that was really, you move every 2-3 years. There was no Facebook.
Like before the internet. So it's like,
exactly. Well, you did for a little while, but like after a little while, that kind of just fell off the radar. Yeah. So for me, it's not even as an adult. And so I took that mindset even as an adult. So I have like work colleagues that are friends, or I have, folks that I've known for, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. But we haven't really outgrown each other because we knew each other as adults.
Right. Yeah.
Which is like a really big difference.
It happens less and less as an adult.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then also depending on how you met them as an adult.
Yes. Because, I mean, there was certain jobs, certain places I was going, or church or whatever, but we already had something kind of in common versus, we were zoned for the same middle school. Very different. So I don't really have friends from junior high, high school, stuff like that. There are a couple folks I'll keep up with on Facebook, but most starting kind of at college. But I will say, one of my friends from college, she tried to like hit on the guy, was dating, and like it was a long story. So she had to go.
She gotta die.
So there you go. So if you want to call that, we outgrew each other. But
That are the things I will not put up with. She has to die.
She had to go. So that's like the only grown-up friend that we outgrew each other. That's a nice way to say it. I like that. I'm gonna borrow that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Got it.
So that was a Melissa moment. Yes.
Okay. All right.
You gotta die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the last question, but unless you guys have other questions, this is my last.
I got one. I got one after yours.
Okay. All right.
I have a situation. That
okay.
Just
got it. All right. So this is my last question. Long distance relationships or nah? Thumbs up, Melissa. Long distance. Okay, Tanisha.
I mean, you in Paris? What you talking about?
Right, that's what I'm like. What's the distance? Like, does he live in Chicago? Like, no, this not never gonna work because I'm never there. Okay. So, but I'm see you once a year. Goodbye. That's stupid.
Can he live in London?
Just and actually, it's funny. I actually have a really good friend who's dating somebody in London.
Okay.
I don't know. For me and where I am right now, probably not, because I feel like I need a little more from someone than that, than like planning to visit. And then also, listen, all that money I'm spending to come back and forth.
Sure.
Preach.
You know what else I could be doing with that? Them Eurostar tickets are not cheap. So.
Okay.
That's right. That's a lot of wine you can be drinking.
150, 200 I'm spending on the ticket to come see you because Eurostar tickets are expensive.
Okay, so what if he's wealthy and he's paying for everything?
Well, if he's wealthy, then that makes
going.
I mean, that's just like a whole different set of circumstances.
Because some people, it's not even, sometimes it's not even about like the time or the money. Some people just need that person to be with them. With them and physically.
That's also that's kind of really how I am. I mean, right now, maybe if we have some kind of amazing connection and you're here and then you happen to move away, but like we meet, the thing now is if we meet and you already live there, we're not gonna have a connection that makes me want to work hard at making this work.
Okay.
You will have to be here and work here, and then we're together for a period of time, and then you're like, oh, I transferred.
Right. Well, I mean, you know how, I mean, you've seen this. You've seen the movies. You've seen the TV shows. How it happens is somebody is in Paris for 3 months, and they meet you on like day 5. You know their time is limited, but y'all grow attached to each other, and that's how it happens. They gotta go
and
back.
That's what I'm saying.
3 months, 1 day later.
We're not, and that's what I'm saying. We're not getting involved. Like if I know you're here for a finite period of time, we're not starting it.
So you're not doing that.
No, I'm already not starting it because we can't be together. Because then the thing is, looking at it kind of long term, when would we be together? Like you would be expecting somebody to move somewhere, and I'm not willing to do that.
So I got a question for you, Tanisha. When you first went to Paris, you were kind of like that, kind of on the short term tip. Were you actively trying to date folks from Paris at that point, not knowing whether you'd be in Paris or in Chicago, or kind of?
I wasn't trying to long-term date. I was just trying to go out and have somebody else pay for dinner and have a good time.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, it's
I love the clarity.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah,
so like you're consistent on both ends of that one.
Right.
Like I know what I'm looking for, and I also know what I need. And like I don't need somebody that just gonna text me to death. So, and that's all you can do if you live somewhere else. And like a lot of people here, like, and here being Europe in general, like they travel a lot. Like they traveling all over Europe for their jobs. They're not necessarily stationary right in their office. So not only are you not here, you not even there all the time. So
now I feel I'm probably the exact opposite than you, Tanisha, because when I met Dwayne, we were at work and I met him in like late March, early April one year, and I traveled so much we couldn't go out on a date until July.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Like it was like I was traveling like every week.
No, my question is, what did you do in the meantime? Like were y'all talking or texting in the meantime?
A little bit of texting, you know, it was really early on, but like even now, you know, when we're like kind of making this transition back to Maryland, I will be in Maryland for a period of time when he won't be.
Right.
You know, he'll be here in Richmond. And like to me, that's, you know, that's not bad, 120 miles.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's different now because we know each other. Kind of to your point, Tanisha, we've been married. We've kind of had that connection time. So distance
and you know he's coming.
Right.
Coming.
Right.
Even if he did, you know, we make it work. But I don't know it's probably
I mean,
that.
You know it's gonna work. Y'all sign y'all sign contracts, like y'all said some vows in front of like Jesus and like 100 of your closest friends.
We gonna make it work some kind of way. Right.
But listen, you just gave me a high five. No, we not.
There you go. Distance for me is totally different, and it has to do with moving so much when I was young. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, if they're a couple months when you know you're 100 miles away or what, you know, we'll make it work. Yeah. So that's what it was like. Even when we were commuting to DC for work, people are like, how in the world do you go like 240 miles a day? And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it's interesting. I didn't think I could do the distance until my relationship was strong. So, like right now, if Alan needed to work in New York for like a year and a half or work in Boston for a year and a half, I'd be totally fine with that. I mean, it's not like I got kids and I need help.
Whoa.
It's like a lot. It's not like I have any of those things. It's just us. So if we got to fly back and forth, that would be fine for a year. But not everybody can handle that. Not everybody wants to do that. So, yeah. So I thought that was an interesting question for you.
I also think it's a different answer based on you dating someone long distance and you being married to somebody.
Absolutely.
Like marriage, like what's the
absolutely.
opportunity?
Yeah.
Like, because I have friends who, were married and had kids. The woman had the kids with her long distance, and he, lived in another state, and then that's just what they did.
See, I don't know if I could do that.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different ball game.
That was her decision, so that was just gonna be how that.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like when you're older and when you're married and you make that kind of decision, that is something that is more a finite period of time.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
You are not taking a job in New York and that job is just, okay, I have a new job in New York. No, you're like, I have an assignment in New York for a year. Like, that's a thing you can deal with.
Right.
But when you are unattached and single and just dating, you can be like, all right, I'm just going to take this job and it's better and it's a job that pays and it's a great opportunity. So I'm
I'll
about to take
jump on the train and come see you.
Right. Exactly.
In DC or whatever. Right.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
when you do that kind of thing, and I wouldn't even expect them to, depending on where we are in our relationship. No, not even depending on where we are in our relationship.
Consulting.
I would hope that you would have a conversation, like there would be like kind of a discussion. Now, if we've been dating 3 months and you get the opportunity, then no, you got to go. Like, we got to talk about. Yeah. We've been dating, and now, and I'm also talking from the age I am, not 25. If we've been dating a year, then this is probably something that we should talk about a little bit, because we should probably already talked about marriage at this point. This is me, the same.
Right.
So for you to just be like, oh yeah, I just got a new job, a job offer, and I'm about to take it. It's in this other place that's over here,
and that's the first you hearing about it.
Right. Then we got some problems.
Right. We're not rock solid on that one.
Right.
Yeah, we done built this house on some sand.
Right. It's sinking. The sand is sinking. It got wet. It rained. Whatever happened.
Yeah.
I see a sinkhole comment real quick. So there's that.
So nice job, Sarita.
I have a question situation.
All right, I'm listening.
So what this has to deal with communication. So this might be a little challenging for y'all married ladies, but
we will do our best, Tanisha. We will do our best.
Right. Do you have an issue, or does it concern you? Like now with people texting a lot more than they call you, do you, or would you have an issue with someone who texts you often, like a lot? Maybe like bugaboo status. Like, have you dealt with that?
Right. Like, let's go back to Bugaboo, the song. So I would say yes. So I'm even gonna, like, even back in the day, I wasn't really good with like the guys that called all the time. You know, like the wear you out with the phone, like your phone attached to your face, and and I can only imagine, I'm not a texter by nature. Like, I don't like to have a conversation via, text or tweet or whatever. I can't do it in 140 characters. So to me, that back and forth, it would get on my freaking nerves before it went anywhere. So it would, I wouldn't be able to do it.
So if you're not like a person who likes to receive all the calls and you don't like all the texts, then how did you actually communicate?
And I can deal with the distance, and I can deal with,
Right.
I mean.
I think it's a good balance. It also might matter if you actually have something to say.
Right.
True.
And I find anything on text ain't something to say.
You watching You watching TV? What you watching?
Right. I mean,
hear yourself. Get off of my text. Like, stop. Like, you
see, that's what back in the day, guys would call you talking about like silly stuff. I'm like, there is that. Now, Sarita, I will tell you, I'm the girl that can talk until 1 and 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, if it's the right person with the right conversation, I will stay on the phone. But this texting back and forth and all that I can't even drive my car and do that. So,
my answer, so at this current moment, so I have this, I actually,
not yesterday, but at this current moment.
Right. I actually have a phobia of phone calls because to me, it's so serious because
phone call phobia.
Every time I get a phone call, it's somebody calling me with bad news. So, and that's happened. And I
call you right now.
So, shut
She's
up.
She's going to change your luck, Sarita.
And so, and a lot of times it's like family members with somebody dying or somebody sick. And I'm just like, really? With the phone calls, I don't want my phone to ring. So that's me. Are you really calling me?
She really is calling you. She's like, you no longer have that problem, Sarita.
But no,
I'm trying to change your luck. I'm trying to call you. I'm trying to change her luck.
But Sarita ain't answer.
Shut up.
Ain't answer. She don't want her situation to change.
That's right.
No,
she's stuck.
No, I don't really. I don't prefer phone calls over text. But, however, if it's a conversation that we need to have, then I would much rather us have like a FaceTime situation.
Yes.
So I want to see your face when you're saying things to me, and I don't really know when this happened. I really don't know when this happened, but at some point in my life, I don't appreciate phone calls. I appreciate the text. If it's nice, short, and sweet, and it's a nice, concise message, I can understand it. Boom. But if it's something like a back and forth, or you have a problem with me, or I need to respond to something, you probably need to pick up the phone. Right. But at this point, you probably need to send me a FaceTime. Like, I need to see your face.
And the crazy part is, Sarita, nobody's brought up actually being face to face. We've been talking about all this technology stuff.
Clearly, we can't be in person for a reason. For a reason. We're not in the same state.
Whatever that reason may be.
Whatever that reason may be. Or this situation can't wait. It can't wait until we can get together face to face. But I feel like either you.
But that's so different. I have a cousin that just turned 18, and they text for everything.
Oh, you talking teenagers? That's different. That's all they know. They don't even know how to use a phone to call. Like they would text 911. Like you can't
exactly. They would literally in the same room texting each other, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? And FaceTiming constantly. And so I just find it interesting. I was listening to our answers, and I was trying to put on my 18-year-old cousin hat, and I'm like,
oh no, they don't want to talk. They're like, why are you calling me? I'm texting. Right. I can't.
No, I'm very similar. Like, what are you calling me for? Like, is this
it's important.
Something we need to talk about? Or
it depends on what you're calling me for. If you just want to say a quick "What's up? How's it going?" That's fine. If it's something that if it takes more than 3 texts, you need to just actually
we trying to make arrangements to go out somewhere. Don't text me for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. So the reason I asked this is because, and then
because I have a question for you after that. No, I would like as far as dating, when you initiate, when you say however you meet somebody, it may start off like email or text or whatever. Right. At some point, does he need to call you, or does at some point does he need to FaceTime you? Like, how does that go? Do you have a rule?
Here I don't. And the reason why is this. French over the phone is hard. So
okay.
You actually do need to text me. If you actually do need to text me.
Translate.
Fine. Yeah. So I can translate it written. If you call me and want to talk French, that's really not gonna work.
Oh, that's so crazy. I hadn't even thought about that.
I didn't think about
that. So
that's
I've actually had people call me like, no, I want to talk to you. I want to hear your voice. I'm like,
I need you to write it down.
a whole lot because I.
I need you to write it down.
Because I.
Oh my God, what do you do on a date? I'm so nosy right now.
But like to talk to someone face to face is a little easier. On the phone, especially with cell phone, connection is different. You can barely hear. Face to face, I can say repeat yourself. I can look at the way you're moving. Things are in context. I can see your mouth moving, so it's a little different. Because I have gone out with a guy who like spoke minimal English. And so that worked because I got by on the French that I know. Like,
that's impressive. Tanisha does dating.
Absolutely.
The thing about it though that's funny is like y'all know me well enough, and y'all know like how I am, how I like to joke and make little side comments. In French, I don't have a personality. In French, none of this happens. So in French, I'm like boring. Because I'm like, I just need to get these words out. Like, there are no inflections. There is no,
You're just trying to get words.
Jabs. I'm like, I'm just trying to get these verbs conjugated and try and get this subject-verb agreement and try and put them in the right order and get this first.
Wow. This isn't even like dating. This is like dating in another language. That is crazy.
I prefer text. But another problem is... same, and this happens in English, but I'm fine with it because I am very well versed in speaking English. Like when you shorthand it, you can't shorthand me French. I don't know enough words. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Like you can't slang it. You can't shorthand it.
Yep.
Like if you do like how cuz CUZ or people PPL, you can't do that to me in French. I
like
will
spell
all your
it out
and block you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would look at your message and be like, what? And I'll be like, what did you say? I need some more vowels.
Right. Like, you got to give me the whole word.
I need some accents.
Oh, shucks.
I need a whole word. But here's the thing, right quick. The reason I asked this and brought up this question, and we kind of went a slightly different direction, but I like where we went with this.
You said bugaboo. I was like, uh-oh now.
Right. So I met this guy Wednesday night, Thursday morning. It was late. Might have been like 3. I was out. Whatever.
Okay.
He was cool. I was waiting for the bus so I can get home. Because train started running, whatever. So he was cool. We chatted for a second. My bus came. I got on it. He texted me like, hey, did you get home? I was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Good night. So I was like, oh, okay. Well,
that was nice.
Guess I gave him my number. That was nice. This was, again, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Today is Sunday.
Oh, no. Don't even. I don't want to hear a number over like 4.
He has called me 50 times.
Woo!
50?
That's not bugaboo. That is stalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
50.
Nah.
I now have to go through my voicemail and delete all of his messages.
Oh my God.
He has texted me. Y'all don't even want to hear the number.
That's what you get for giving your number to somebody at the bus stop in France.
Number one lesson learned. You at the bus stop too? This is already not gonna work. Somebody got to mad at somebody. You couldn't call an Uber? This is a problem.
They have Uber in France? I never even thought about it.
Oh, girl, yeah. And usually I take it, but I was being cheap. Like, no, the bus stop is right here. I'll take this.
Wow.
It's too much. What do you want to talk about? And what shit have you not gotten? 50. We're talking since Thursday.
How many? So are these phone calls or text messages?
I haven't talked to people I love 50 times this month.
How many times did you answer the phone?
Never. That's the thing. I've never talked.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Never. I've never answered the phone.
There was no hope.
I'm like, I don't even want you. I'm trying not to get you in the habit of talking to me because I'm not even about to struggle to figure out what you're saying.
On the side,
you voicemails. I'm like, I don't know what this is. What is he saying?
You give us his social media handle. We'll make sure he gets this video. Don't worry.
So see, here's the thing. If I knew his last name, I could probably help you.
Oh man.
We will help you out, girl. No, that is an avoid. Avoid him.
Yeah. Dang.
I was like, this is ridiculous. Like you,
50.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
50 is a lot in a month. You know what? Listen, 50 is a lot in a month.
Days.
It's only 30 days.
Wow.
He's in love. He's in love.
In love with what? Girl, bad. Not off of no. The 6 words we said to each other at the bus stop. Maybe real quick. It's the American thing. They will love you. Oh my God.
Depends on the
well,
American.
you can go ahead. You can get rid of that situation.
J'adore American. Oh, j'adore la femme American. What? I've never been with a woman, an African American woman, and you won't be now. So
that's right, 50. You struck out. That's all right.
50 times, sir. At what point do you like? Do I need to tell you to stop calling me?
No, just
like,
block him. Can't you block him?
Yeah, you can block him.
Well, I realize that you can block people.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
I didn't know you could just block people on your phone.
You can block numbers on your phone.
You can block. We can discuss that offline.
Yeah, we can help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just had to bring that up here because I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. You're doing the most.
No, he definitely is. He definitely is.
And also, it's like, what are you thinking? Like, what do you have to say? She's like, no, I have to keep calling.
Right.
No, she wants to talk to me. I'll call more times today.
Right, she's gonna answer sooner or later.
Right, she got to pick up. I'm gonna wear her down. I'm going to wear her down.
Yeah.
Anytime a guy thinks that, he needs to just let it go. If the thought I'm gonna wear her down goes through his head, he needs to stop and check himself.
You've already lost.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, I do not miss dating. I can tell you that right now.
Rub it in.
No, I mean, I think it's great. You got some freedom I don't have, but I don't miss it. After that 50-time story, I don't miss it.
It's funny how when married people say that. And married people and single people both have, a little bit of green grass. They like, oh, wow, look at my green grass. But then they look at other people like, oh, wow, look at that green grass over there.
Girl, you said 50. There ain't no green grass on that. That was brown. No, that thing turned.
Yeah, no, the green grass over here is just like, oh, wow, you get to go home and it's like quiet and there's nobody else there talking or nothing. You don't have to cook for nobody or make sure nobody okay. Wow.
That's right.
That's amazing.
And if you don't want to talk to a guy, you can just say, no francais.
Listen, I'll say that in a second. They'll be talking to me and I'll write it in, what? Huh? I ain't even from here. What?
Oh, my God.
And then I hold my purse because sometimes they be trying to get over. Like, oh, you're not from here? What? Don't come no closer because I'm from the South Side. You don't want this. You do not want it.
Oh my goodness.
This was fun. Random conversations. Getting to know the swirl suite.
Tipsy Talk.
Oh, I'm telling you. So, y'all got anything special going on this week or this coming up weekend?
Not a thing. I am packing boxes. That's all I got.
Okay.
Only thing I have a wine group that I started here, and so we have our monthly meeting on Wednesday because we do the second Wednesday of the month. So
nice.
So, yeah, I started it because I want to do like wine bar reviews, and so I'm like, well, I can't be going to these wine bars by myself, so let me start a meetup group, and it has actually started kind of blowing up. As far as like opportunities and things to do or whatever. So we have a meeting on Wednesday where we're going to this wine bar that I've always wanted to go to. So stay tuned to the Insta story and
nice.
Whatever.
Nice. Well, on Sunday I am judging my first wine competition.
Yay! Okay, detail.
So it's the Maryland Governor's Cup. So
yes.
So there are so many entries that they have brought in some of the volunteers to be judges. So that's kind of what I signed up for in the first place. So now it's come to fruition. So yeah, so judging the first wine competition in Maryland on Sunday. So that should be interesting.
And then you get from there. I think you get they usually give you tickets to go to the Governor's Cup, the Maryland wine.
I always get tickets, but I never go. So I'll go this time though.
That's right.
I get that. I get the tickets for Maryland and Virginia, but I never go because they're always like on a Wednesday night or something in Richmond.
No, the
I was like some random night.
No, the wine festival is always on the weekend. So this Maryland White Fest is on Saturday and Sunday.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about the actual like event like the ball or whatever.
When they do the ball, that's during the week.
Yeah,
but you also get tickets to the actual,
tasting. Sure. I was be sure to go to tasting, but
it's just unfortunate. A lot of times the Maryland and Virginia one have been at the same time on the same for the past few years. Yeah. I'm like, y'all kind of bogus. Y'all
nobody coordinated,
right? I'm like, y'all don't read each other websites. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are literally across.
You touch, like you will touch.
Water.
Yeah,
like Fairfax and Montgomery County touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
All right, go Sarita, judging.
That's all That's all I got from me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay, ladies! It was fantastic to talk to you.
This was fun. Yes.
All right, we'll do another one of these. 1 1/4, because y'all can't have me up this late with drinks.
I know. I'm like, ooh, Jack is hurting me.
Right, now I'm starting to feel it. I'm like, wait a minute. now I'm super lit. I'm like, well, gonna go to bed.
Right, I'm like, is it time to go out somewhere now?
I was drunk on this game.
Right, on a Sunday night.
Y'all are funny. Y'all are super funny.
Y'all know I love Jesus.
But yeah, so we will close this out and we will see you guys next week. Cheers.
Ooh, cheers.